Well, of course, it's all started when the complaint that was already been given to the administration, clearly mentioning that the bridge is overcrowded. There was first complaint. There was some of the people who have already mentioned that there are people which has overcrowded, which is why the administration has to look after it. But that was overlooked because we know the capacity of the bridge was only 100 people, but there were more than 400 people, and also there was 675 tickets that were sold. So that is something the question arises: who has actually overlooked it and who has been accountable for? But let me first show you the visuals in and around. There is a the people here, there are the police officials who have been present, and we can see even there are the municipal committee, the administration people, and also there's a cleaning work that has been underway. We can see there have also been some tweet that is actually raising the question specifically ahead of visit of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and here we can see there are the people who have been cleaning the hospital, and there is also some of the tiles is what we have been said that that has been put place inside the hospital, but of course we'll go and check, we'll do the reality check. But at the point of time where Vijay has been showing you the picture right ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi visit to the hospital, where he's going to visit at around 4 p.m. This evening. But there is a cleaning work that is being underway in and outside the hospital. So this is something might come another question, but yes, right. We'll see what
Alisha,
exactly.
I'm going to have to come back to you. I'll just come back to you in a bit. I'm afraid I'll have to interrupt you again. Sorry for that. I'm going to go across on the phone line once again to Khushbu Sundar. Khushbu Sundar, earlier I was of course asking you that at the end of the day, it does appear to many people that there's been a long rope given. The fact that there were no checks and balances that were in place when this bridge was reopened, the fact that obviously a shoddy job was done of the maintenance work that was given to a company that actually makes clocks. Are you there with us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. If you can hear me.
Can you repeat? I lost you in between. Can you repeat your question?
Khushbu, I was asking you that you've, of course, tweeted about the fact that you feel that this is a man-made tragedy. And, you absolutely point on that, because there were a lot of checks and balances that were not in place. For instance, the fact that there was no clearance given to this bridge, and yet it was open. The administration says that they did not give the clearance, but it had been operating for 4 days. So obviously, there is a hand that the administration will have to answer questions on that. And also, maintenance work was done, but it's extremely clear that it was a very shoddy job, and a clockmaker, that is the Oreva Group, was given a contract to maintain and repair this bridge.
Exactly, and that's what I meant. When I say it's man-made, this is what I mean. Every person who's involved in maintaining it, every person involved in rebuilding it, and everyone, every individual or a company. And why just hold somebody responsible at the bottom line? Even people right at the top who have been given the responsibility, if the bridge is open and it has been open to footfall, and then the authority should have immediately looked into it and taken an action that there's no clearance given, and why was it opened up? So people are that's why I say that it's man-made. You cannot just let it go and say it's a tragedy that happened. The maintenance work was overlooked, whether the reconstruction was done and whether the work was done shoddily or it was done well. Everything needs to be checked before it's open to the public. Why that only people at the lower level are being held responsible?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And also, Khushbu Sundar, we did try to confront the political leadership yesterday and we weren't given any answers. Do you think that there are a lot of answers that need to be given now to people who have unfortunately lost so many of their loved ones on just a Sunday evening that they were out to have a good time?
Human lives matters, and I'm glad, like I said before, our Honorable Prime Minister is personally visiting the place and going there, because he understands what human lives are, how important it is. Every person's life matters in this country. And I'm not going to speak to the opposition or, if the opposition in such tragic times, that they're going to find reasons for blame game and then blame Modi ji, the Prime Minister, for every little thing that happens in the country, then they need to understand what they have been doing. This is not the time just to start with blame games. You need to understand that how we can put a full stop to this. There are lives, 134 lives we have lost. We have lost 40 children. So we need to understand that these are not times to play politics, or this is not the time to just start with the blame game. We need to stand united in such tragedies and show people that we are with them across the political lines. Yes, there was a mistake happened, and this is what I say, the Oreva group also needs to be looked into it, who they had handed over the construction, because the main people won't be looking into it. But we need to understand that those who have been completely involved with this project, where was the lapse? Why were the reconstruction and the work was overlooked? Why it was not cleared by the authorities, and why was it open to the public without being cleared by the authorities? So we need to look into this issue, and
right.
I very clearly say it's a man-made tragedy. It's not a natural